All right, so here we are going to look at the employment policy, some of the issues in the employment policies in terms of probation, how an employee report to work and all that, some of the issues in the employment policy. That is basically what you are going to talk about, the employment policy, some of the issues in the issue about promotion, sanction and all that. But I will urge you that please, with employment policy, the issues are a lot and we cannot capture all of them here. So please do well to visit the textbook given, and you can actually appreciate some of the issues in there. So at the end of this session, you should be able to list an item covered under the employment policy in collective bargaining. Identify and explain the item that consistently appears under employment policy compared to provisions from two different collective bargaining. So now the employment contract. With the presentation 1, upon agreement, all new employees shall be given an employment offer in writing. So that is appointment letter. So if you're a new employee, you are given a writing that signs or that actually signifies that you are actually entering into a contract with the employer. And you sign, you give a copy to the employer. And you also keep one as your personal evidence. Agreement which, when accepted by the employee, form the basis of the employment contract. The employment letter will clearly state, among other things, the following. So the job title is here. So the title of the job we are going to do, the job description as to what you are expected to do, the job grade, the reporting line, who you are supposed to report to, and all that, the department as well that you belong to, the location of the job, the salary, the effective date you are starting the work, the probation. So you will not be given the full salary for a particular period of time. And when you are able to pass your probation period, then you'll be given full salary. Then presentation 2 talks about the company shall give a copy of the collective bargaining agreement to each employee. So that is it. Now, upon agreement, an employee shall be given a letter of appointment indicating job title and all that. So that is what we are also talking about. Now, the probation period. With the first one, all appointments shall be subject to a 3-month probation period. So you are put on hold for 3 months. At the end of the probation period, the company may inform the employee in writing whether or not his appointment has been confirmed. So the company can decide to reject or not accept you as a worker when your probation period is over. It is not your discretion as an employee to say I will remain or not. It's a responsibility or is the duty of the employer to decide. And again, the company may extend the probationary period for 3 months if it has doubts about the suitability or the ability of the employee for the job. So when at any point they think that your ability to perform the work is not satisfactory to their level, they can extend your probation to 3 months. The company may terminate the appointment of an employee on probation by giving 14 days notice or payment in lieu of notice. That is it. And the presentation 2. Every employee who, in the opinion of the company, is required to be on probation shall from engagement undergo a probationary period of 3 months, subject to the satisfactory report on an officer's conduct or professional competency at the end of such probation period, in which they can decide to confirm. The management, acting in consultation with the head of department, may extend the probation period for a member of the staff for further period not exceeding 3 months if management consider necessary. So these are some of the issues in the probation. Now the next one is medical screening and fitness. So you have to undergo some form of medical screening for them to see that you are mentally, emotionally, and physically fit, perform whatever activity or job or duty that has been entrusted in your care. So we are saying that all appointments shall be subject to employee being declared by a company's designated medical officer to be medically fit for the job for which a person is being engaged. And all our designated employees may once a year be subject to medical screening to determine whether their state of health will permit them to perform their duty safely and effectively. And for whatever reason, if the company need to actually help them to, if there are some deficiencies or some sicknesses or whatever identified, and it's related to the kind or the nature of the work that they are doing, the company can help him to treat that. So results of each employee's medical examination shall be kept confidential. Each employee, however, has a right to access his or his own medical reports. Yes. Now the continuation says that all agreements shall be made subject to medical fitness. Yes. So if everything is okay, but they are not medical fit, it means that agreement will not be reached. The rest of the issue. Now these things are also there. The presentation 1 is also there. And presentation 2 talked about every employee shall be given the company at the time of his engagement the name and the address of the nominee who he wishes to receive any entitlement or benefit due to him from the company in the event of death. That is your next of kin. You need to provide all those statements to the organization. In case you are no more, you'll be able to know who they should give the rest of your property, your earnings or your salary to. Then the employee would, however, have the right at any time to change the name of the beneficiary. And the company shall only give to the beneficiary last nominated by the deceased employee. Now the employee data. So all new employees shall be required to complete the following forms upon their engagement with the company. So the personal record form is given confidentiality undertaking is also given, nomination of beneficiary form, the conflict of interest form and all that is given for them to fill and then sign, of which a copy is kept by the organization. And it's followed by these various categories. Thank you very much.